un caffè con la regina del giallo nordico, Camilla Läckberg, che qui presenta il suo nuovo libro che si chiama La gabbia dorata, dove le tinte nere si fanno un po' più rosa e un po' più rosse.
And gold.
And gold. Are you happy to present your book here at Salone del Libro?
I'm very happy to present it because I've had a love story with Italian readers from very early on. Actually, Italy was one of the first countries to really fall in love with my books, and you guys are very intense in your loving.
Our questions are in these sugar cubes.
Yes. Your book is a revenge story. Why have you chosen this topic? First, I think that revenge is one of the topics that really have interested human beings ever since the start of time. I mean, you can look at the Old Testament and it's mostly about revenge. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I also think that with what's happening in the world right now and with equality, women and men, I do think that women need to get better at being angry. And this is not only about revenge, it's also about women getting angry, and I think that's something we need to do a little bit more. When was the first time you considered yourself as a writer? I published my first book in 2003, but in Sweden we have a definition that you can only be entered into the Writers Guild after 2 books, because anyone can, not anyone, but a lot of people can write 1 book. When it really puts you to the test is if you write another book. So after 2 books, you're allowed into the Writers Guild. So I decided that when I've published 2 books, I'm going to proudly start calling myself a writer.
And do you remember the first story that came in your mind, in your life?
I actually wrote my first story when I was 4. Well, I couldn't write, so I drew pictures, and I asked my father to write the text that I dictated to him. And it wasn't a very thick book. It was 4 pages long. It was called Santa, and on the first page of the book there's Santa and his wife, and everything is fantastic. They're holding hands, the sun is shining, she's got a bouquet of flowers in her hands, and at the end, 4 pages later, things have gone straight to hell. Santa's wife is lying on the ground and beaten to death, blood running from her Santa hat. So, yeah, and I was 4.
Ciao Camilla, qual è il tuo segreto per costruire una trama noir?
When I start writing, I don't know very much about the plot. I know the ending, I know who the murderer is, I know what the motive is. So my secret is actually to take a starting point and then really sit down and try to focus and start telling the story. I don't expect to have the whole book laid out for me before I start. But also, one thing that is so important for me when I create the plot and the story is that I focus on the characters. The characters are always the most important thing, to make you readers really care about the characters.
Ciao Camilla, sappiamo che ti piace molto cucinare. Ci consigli una ricetta svedese?
We have so much good food in Sweden, and if I can only choose one recipe, something that you can Google and learn how to do and do at home, and that is really, really Swedish, Google and learn how to do really good Swedish meatballs. That is one of the best things.
Thank you very much. Do you enjoy the coffee?
I love coffee.
E noi ci vediamo al prossimo caffè.